Hello guys, welcome to another video, and in this one I want to go through some of the best ways to find levels in the market, key levels in the market using order flow. So this is using real order flow, guys. We are on ATAS. This is an order flow platform, so it's not like TradingView. It's real order flow, real tick data, and this is one of my favorite ways to find key levels in the market, levels of interest where there's going to be reversals in the market or there's going to be reactions. There's going to be pullbacks. These are very important levels in the market, and these are levels that you want to look out for to be a successful trader. So let's get straight into it, guys. Now, the tool I'm using for this is called the HVN profile. This is our indicator. And if you are interested in this tool, please check the description. There are many price reactions from these levels, as these ones I'm pointing to right now. This is a form of a volume profile that draws out these key levels. These are very often used as support or resistance in the market. And I just want to show you guys how insane this indicator can be sometimes. So right now I'm on NQ and we're looking at today's session, and let's go through this, guys. So right off the bat, you can see there are price reactions at these levels, right? So we have a level here. This is above price, so it's going to be a resistance level. We get a price reaction here, and then we have levels below price, which can be used as support, where you can see price goes into that level, we get a reaction, and price goes up. So this was pre-market open, and I just want to go through a few more examples and show you guys how powerful this indicator can be. So let's look at these examples here. As you can see, we have a HVN profile. By the way, I am on a 1 minute time frame, and these are 30-minute HVN profiles. So the interval for this indicator is 30 minutes. And if you are interested, I'll show you guys the settings that I'm using for the 1 minute time frame right here. So let's go through this, guys. So we have a HVN level here. We can see price goes up into this level and we get rejection. So this is what we're looking for with this HVN profile. We're looking for price to be rejected off of these levels. This is very key. What we don't want to see is price breaking this level and then closing out above it. If this price goes up into this level and breaks it and then closes out above it, this level becomes invalidated. We cannot use this level as resistance because one of the key rules is broken. The price closes out above it. But in this case, price actually rejects off of it. As you can see, there's a long wick here. The price failed to close above it, and then we got some selling and the price went down. Now this is just before the market opened today. You can see another level here where we get a reaction. We get a pullback here. Price goes down into another level here. We get another reaction, a small one, but I would highly advise not to take a long entry just before the market opens like this, because of course the market open is very erratic, a lot of volume, a lot of volatility. Anything can happen, but let's focus on the market open itself, right? So this is exactly where the market opens. Now, you will notice there is a HVN level here. This is a point of control HVN level, which means that it's a little bit more important than the blue levels, but the point of control HVN levels actually contain the point of control, which is the highest volume traded within that HVN profile. So this is clearly a level of interest. What we have from the market open, you can see how price dumps straight into this level, but it fails to break it. And by break, I mean it fails to close below it. So at this point, this is still a valid support level because we did not get a close below this level. Now, on top of this, if we look over here, this is my 10-minute chart. So 10-minute time frame on NQ with a daily HVN profile. So from the daily HVN levels, there are also HVN levels at this area, right? So with a 30-minute HVN profile and a daily HVN profile, we have levels and we can see clear rejection. So price bounces off of this level, it fails to close below it, and we get enormous buying. Now, do I advise you to go long off of this entry? I would say no, because this is the market open and it's quite risky on market open. But if you did take that long entry, you can see that this skyrocketed over 1,000 ticks. It moved up very, very nicely, and that would have been a very, very good trade. But it all came from these key levels. So let's just focus on the next few levels. Now I do want to point out that this level here is not a valid level at this point in time because it's a 30-minute HVN profile. It takes 30 minutes for it to generate completely, and then after that 30 minutes is up, then it will become visible. So at this point, this level would not even be visible. So I just want to put that out there in case you were wondering about this level. So then the market opens, we move up, we get a little bit of a pullback to this level because now we've got a new volume profile generating. So this one has now fully generated. We do not get a reaction here. So this is where levels become invalidated, right? Price goes down into a level, but there is no bounce, there is no reaction. We actually go straight through that level and price closes out below it. So at this point, this level becomes invalidated. And once a level is touched, it stops being printed horizontally. So you do not have to worry about this level. It got invalidated. We do not use it as support. But nonetheless, the price kept soaring, right? We kept going up. The next valid level was this one here that's coming across. This is a distant HVN level, a resistance level because price is below it. And as we approach it, again, there is no reaction. Price doesn't reject off of it. It actually just pumps straight through it. It closes above it. This becomes invalidated. So then we continue higher, right? We keep going. The next levels are going to be these ones here, right? We have two levels, a point of control HVN and then a regular HVN. And the same thing happens. We just go straight through it. The price closes out above it. And here is actually the new HVN profile being formed. But regardless, we're going to invalidate those. We're not going to listen to this. We're going to move on to the next level, which is right here, a point of control HVN level. And this is where it gets interesting, guys, because price does react at this level. The first thing we're looking for is price going to close out above it? And in this case, it did not. We have a wick going into this level. It does not close out above it. We get some rejection. The very next candle is a red candle. We get a sell-off. And as you can see, guys, this dropped dramatically. And this would have been a good short entry. Really, really clean reaction off of this level. Very precise. And it moved down, right? So you could have taken that short. Even to here is 400 ticks already. And choose a really good take profit level. And in the case that you did exit right here, we saw a little bit of a pullback where it met another set of resistance levels from this HVN, right? This profile, and we got another reaction there. So this is absolutely insane, guys. We get a reaction here, we drop down, we get a pullback to a new HVN level, we get a reaction, we fail to close out above it, so we get rejection, then we get a sell-off, a huge red candle here. And again, guys, to actually enter these trades, I would advise you use something for confirmation. So you'd want to actually look at the footprint values and maybe use other footprint-based indicators, you know, such as the pressure toolkit that we have, to actually see what's going on in the footprint. Is there absorption here? Is there exhaustion? Is there strong buying pressure, selling pressure? You actually want to look at the footprint at these levels to determine whether you should actually enter. But just looking at the candlesticks, you can already see how powerful this indicator can be when you take into account that this did not break this level. It did not close out above it. And clearly we got some huge amount of selling here, and price continued onward and it continued dumping in this case. Now again, this is a brand new HVN profile. At this point in time, this would have been invisible. So this level here is not valid yet. It would have been valid onward from here when the new HVN profile is being created, right? So this goes down. Okay, so the next valid level we're going to be looking at is going to be this one, right? So this is a distant support level all the way from over here, untouched. And when price goes down into it, what do we see? Well, we just see continuation. We do not see a reaction. There's no buying activity. The very next candle after it touches it just closes out below it. So this is not a level we're going to pay attention to. We're going to ignore this. We're not going to use this as support. There's no sense in that. Okay, so we go straight through that level. So then the very next level that becomes valid is this one, right? So this HVN profile completed its generation right here when the new one started to form. We got a point of control, high volume node here. We have a little bit of a pullback into this level, again, fails to close out above it. So we get a reaction. Then we get selling. So just from this level here, all the way down, nearly 350 tick move. You could have taken a short there, but very risky because this is actually where we got a reversal. Now the reason we got a reversal here is because if you look at the higher time frame, this is where the swing low was, right? This is where all the buying came in at the market open. It caused that enormous pump. So we're coming back to swing lows to the market open. So going short here is very risky. It's already very low in the downtrend. So it's very risky to take a short entry here, although it would have actually been pretty successful depending on your entry. We don't have a HVN here, but I am using a 30-minute HVN profile. If I did use a higher time frame HVN profile, I wouldn't doubt that there is a HVN level around here for support. So let's go on to the next level. So here's the new HVN profile. This level would have been invisible if we're trading this live. So we disregard this for now. The next valid level would be this one. This is a resistance level. It's above price, so it's resistance. We're going to see if there's any reaction there, and there is a reaction. Price goes up into this level. We do not see it close above it. We get rejection, a reaction, we get some selling, and price goes down 300 ticks. So again, these levels are absolutely sniper levels, guys, for entries, for reactions, for pullbacks. As you can see, we got a little bit of a pullback there. Not a very strong move, but definitely a possible short entry. As you can see, we pushed down, and we actually pushed down to another HVN level here from this profile where we saw another reaction. You can see price goes down into it. What's our number one rule? We don't want to see it close below it. If we want to use it as support, we don't want to see it close below. So in this case, it did not close below. It's not a break of a level. We get some buying and it moves up over 200 ticks. So guys, there's a lot of examples here, and I could go on and on about this indicator and how it produces some of the most insane entry levels in order flow. So I hope you guys took something out of this analysis. This is the HVN profile. It's available on our website. With every single level, you can get an alert. You can enable alerts in the indicator settings to get alerted for every time price touches one of these levels. And all you have to do is analyze whether there's going to be a reaction there. Look at the footprint data at those specific levels. Look for signs of rejection. Look for signs of selling pressure at these levels at resistance. Look for signs of buying pressure at support. And you can get really precise entries. So once again, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a like, a comment. If you have any questions about this indicator, let us know. Comment below. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care.